I overheard my daughter's phone call. No, Mia, my dad still doesn't know anything. Even my mom's boyfriend sometimes picks me up from school. My heart stopped when she added, yes, they're planning to move to California once my dad pays off my college tuition. That evening, I canceled the tuition payments, transferred the assets, and left the divorce papers. Cheaters will get what's coming to them. The morning sun cast long shadows across Derek Newton's office as he reviewed the final calculations for the Harrison Bridge project. At 45, his salt and pepper hair and sharp features gave him an air of authority that matched his reputation. The wall behind his desk displayed numerous awards and certificates, testaments to his ability to turn failing infrastructure projects into resounding successes. Mr. Newton's assistant, Sarah, poked her head through the door. The board meeting starts in 5 minutes. Derek gathered his presentation materials with practiced efficiency. Thank you, Sarah. Has finance sent the updated projections? They just came in. I've added them to your slides, Sarah replied, handing him a sleek tablet. And congratulations in advance. Word is the promotion's already decided. He offered a measured smile. Let's not count our chickens just yet. The boardroom fell silent as Derek presented his findings. The Harrison Bridge project had been bleeding money for months before he took over, but now his innovative redesign would save the city millions while improving structural integrity. Remarkable work, Derek, Chairman Phillips announced after the presentation. The board has unanimously decided to promote you to Senior Project Director, effective immediately. Handshakes and congratulations followed, but Derek's mind was already on his next challenge. Success wasn't a destination, it was a continuous journey of improvement. Back in his office, he called Amanda, his wife of 22 years. Derek, how did it go? Amanda's voice carried its usual enthusiasm. Got the promotion. Thinking of celebrating tonight at La Maison. Oh honey, I'm so sorry. I have a client meeting that ran late. Rain check? Derek noted the background noise, music and chatter that didn't sound like her usual design studio. No problem. Everything okay there? Sounds busy. Just at a cafe, going over some designs. Salvador's helping me with a new meditation room concept. You know how these creative meetings go. Salvador Knox, the yoga instructor Amanda had started seeing 6 months ago for her stress management. Derek had met him once, noticed the 2 white teeth and the way his eyes lingered on Amanda's figure. Of course. Don't work too late. After hanging up, Derek pulled up their joint account statement, another withdrawal, $5,000 marked as home renovation research. Curious choice of words for what should be a simple design consultation. The drive home took longer than usual, a throbbing migraine building behind his eyes. The house was quiet when he arrived, its modern architecture a testament to Amanda's design aesthetic. Family photos lined the hallway, their wedding day, Emma's high school graduation, family vacations that now felt like scenes from another life. He headed to his home office, the medication for his migraine stored in the desk drawer. The house's open floor plan carried voices clearly, specifically his daughter Emma's voice from her bedroom upstairs. No, Mia, my dad still has no clue. Mom's boyfriend even picks me up from school sometimes when he's in town. Derek's hand froze on the drawer handle. Yeah, they're planning to move to California once dad pays off my college. Mom says Salvador's got connections there. I know, right? She says dad's too boring, too predictable. At least Salvador takes her dancing. The medicine forgotten, Derek sat in the darkness of his office, his engineering mind already processing this new data. The variables aligned with disturbing clarity, Amanda's increased absences, the mysterious withdrawals, Emma's sudden interest in California medical schools, despite Stanford's prestigious program being right there in Palo Alto. The next morning, Derek maintained his routine with practiced precision. Breakfast with Amanda, who chatted about her latest design project while checking her phone under the table. He noticed the small smile that played on her lips as she read her messages, the way she angled the screen away from him. Greg called yesterday, Amanda mentioned casually. The startup's doing well. That investment really helped them take off. Derek stirred his coffee. Which investment was that? Oh, from those early investors, Amanda waved dismissively. He's hosting another business meeting today. Such a responsible brother you have. Greg's business meeting's another piece of the puzzle. His brother had always been the family charmer, the one who could talk his way out of anything. Now, it seemed he was talking his way into something far more insidious. At work, Derek accessed the company's contracted investigation firm's database. Raoul Levy's profile stood out, former military intelligence, specialized in corporate espionage, known for discretion. Derek sent a carefully worded email requesting a meeting. That afternoon, in a coffee shop far from his usual haunts, Derek sat across from Levy, a compact man with watchful eyes. Tell me about Salvador Knox, Derek said, sliding an envelope containing his initial payment. Levy's investigation revealed the first layer of deception within days. Salvador Knox had never completed his yoga instructor certification. His real estate license had been revoked in 3 states for ethical violations. His pattern was consistent: identify wealthy women, preferably married, establish trust through wellness coaching, then slowly work his way into their lives and their bank accounts. Your brother's startup, Levy reported, received a significant investment 6 months ago, $300,000 routed through a shell company called KNX Enterprises. Derek's jaw tightened. The amount matched several large withdrawals from his and Amanda's joint account, withdrawals Amanda had insisted were for Emma's college fund. The neighborhood played its part in the deception. Derek watched through his home office window as Linda Carlson picked up Amanda for their book club, the same book club that met at different houses each week, yet never seemed to actually discuss books. The Vilders next door would wave cheerfully whenever Amanda left for her yoga sessions, their teenage son oddly well informed about Derek's work schedule. One evening, Derek followed the thread to its source. He parked outside Greg's startup offices long after business hours. Amanda's car was there, parked next to a sleek sports car he recognized as Salvador's. Through the glass front of the building, he could see them in Greg's office, Amanda laughing at something Salvador said, his hand resting possessively on her waist. Greg sat at his desk, playing with his phone, the perfect accomplice providing the perfect cover. Emma's role became clearer too. Derek reviewed her recent credit card statements, coffee shops near Salvador's apartment, Uber rides that coincided with Amanda's appointments. His daughter had become their unwitting accomplice, or perhaps not so unwitting. The betrayal crystallized one morning as Derek reviewed the documents Levy had gathered. Amanda's father, Judge Martin Reynolds, retired, had been advising her on divorce proceedings for months. Notes from their meetings detailed strategies to maximize her claims on Derek's assets, using his long work hours and emotional unavailability as leverage. Derek sat in his office, surrounded by the evidence of his family's betrayal, and began to plan. The engineer in him approached it like any other project: identify the problems, analyze the variables, design the solution. The mounting pressure behind his eyes reminded him of the migraines that had plagued him lately, but he pushed through it. Pain was temporary, revenge, when properly executed, was permanent. He started with Emma's college fund. A quick review confirmed his suspicions. Amanda had been systematically draining it, moving money through a series of accounts. The final semester's payment was due soon, after which they probably planned to empty what remained. The neighborhood's involvement ran deeper than he'd initially suspected. The Carlsons had received a loan from Amanda, $40,000 from Derek's money. The Vilders had a similar arrangement. Each family had their own secrets, their own reasons for helping maintain the facade. Derek worked late into the night, documenting everything, every transaction, every meeting, every lie. The engineer in him appreciated the elegance of their deception, how each piece supported the others, how the structure of their betrayal had been carefully built over months. Now you can watch the second part by pressing share and more.